Yeah. Hey, buddy, you got me? All right, make sure you can hear me.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Welcome to the Extreme Forces Super Late Model Series here live on Extreme Sim TV. AJ and Matt in the booth here tonight, getting ready to go racing here tonight at North Wilkesboro Speedway. AJ, how are you, buddy?
Dude, I'm doing pretty good. I just finished recording a NDNT episode on the second Hobbit movie, and now I am here all the way at the North Wilkesboro Speedway for the Extreme Forces Racing League.
Well, what's your thoughts on this one here tonight? Going to be a pretty good one. North Wilkesboro always puts on a show, AJ.
Well, North Wilkesboro being a classic NASCAR track, I'm really excited to see how they get around it. I know last week we had a lot of issues at Martinsville with, I think, 23 cautions. So I'm really excited to see what happens with these super late models trying to get around North Wilkesboro Speedway.
And for your overlay will be up for you in just a moment, folks. It's coming up. But AJ, man, I'm looking forward to it as well. Should be a great one here tonight.
Yeah, right now, Travis Lapenis and Zachary Hager are 1-2 with very fast times. Then you got William George, Lee Krause, Brady Floyd, Will Cloud, Bradley Stefane, Dylan Dunford, TJ Elaine, and Matthew Setzer rounding out your top 10. Going from there is Quinton Deal, Dwayne Kerhagen, Colton Kingsley, Devin Smith, Brandon Richardson, Tony Richardson, Stanley Stager, Mike Retz, Mick Olafson, and Michael Steele starting P20. No fast repairs tonight. That is a little bit different from last week's where I think they had 2 of them. So this should be interesting to hear once you get the place in there.
No, it should be interesting, man. It really is. I agree with you as we get ready to rock and roll here. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. AJ, we're going to get ready to fire this thing up. Super late model action.
Yeah, very excited. I really enjoy this league. I know last week was a little bit of a hiccup, but it should be interesting to see how everybody adjusts with the no fast repairs tonight. And I do want to throw something to Revline Racing's Zachary Taylor, that 14. That is actually his paint scheme he runs on his legit super late model.
And if I'm not mistaken, AJ, then I'm round 4 here at Wilkesboro, correct?
Yes, it is.
When do I remember something about it?
Oh, Pacing car is hitting pit road, and we have 100 laps here at this little over half-a-mile track, and there goes Travis Lapenas into the inside. Zachary Taylor on the outside. Gonna be strong. Gonna have a nice run.
Already here, this track's going to produce some side-by-side racing.
Oh, I really expect it to. Hasn't seen that battle for third, but
all over the place. Now, we did have a rule change for they put
yeah, they went, as you say, the way of the dodo. I think having less fast repairs will make it drive a little more cautiously. We did have 23 cautions last race, but as we're almost all single file outside of the
what are you thinking right now, man? Wow, I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing right now.
So far, the closest battle we have, well, it's gone now. It was Dylan Dunford and Will Cloud. They were side by side. Pretty much the whole field right now is single file. Zachary sitting P1 about a half a second out from Travis Lapenas. Thank you everybody for joining us here on this Tuesday night. I have my webcam up. I don't know if Matt...
Good call. You're very smart. My mind
some nights. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Hit that like button, subscribe to Extreme Sim TV for all Extreme racing. And man, we are in for a treat tonight.
I'll tell you what, AJ, you know what I'm seeing different here tonight, buddy, that we didn't see last week. We're getting a little bit of green flag running right now.
We had a couple runs last Tuesday, but not many over 150 laps around a half a mile. Caution laps tonight will count, so look at that where they didn't the last time.
Very happy with what I'm seeing out there on track as they continue to run right now. They were up
Liking Bolt Racing, and saying no fast repairs tonight. Yep, we did cover that. Christopher Motto, hey,
I think
what's going on, everybody in the chat?
About that, no fast repair.
I would be too. I 100% would be too. There's Marcy Steele rooting for Micro Steel in that 500 after not making a qualifying attempt.
Yeah, I don't blame them at all for being nervous about that, man. Why the game right now everybody's going to be
You gonna throw me up on the board yet?
Here comes up,
Ooh, Zachary Hager coming out of turn 4, clips the apron. Got her and almost spins it. Well, Chris, thank you for being here. Christopher Potter, thank you for being here. I'm here tonight.
Caution on the racetrack, AJ.
They can't hear us talking whatsoever. The engines are so loud.
I see the drop. Got it. There we go. I got it turned down for you.
Make sure we're, up so they can hear us.
Yeah, they got us. I've got it capturing independent, by the way. I'll tell you how I done it, but I've got it where it captured independent for us.
All right. Well, everybody in the chat, let us know how we
Look at
sound
this
now.
yellow here. And just, oh, a little bit of contact there, AJ. That's Richardson that got turned around.
Which one?
Brando. Oh, Brandon Richardson gets the boot, shall we say. One more look at it. Everybody should be able to hear us fine now. And AJ, man, as always, it's fun to have you out here.
Absolutely. You saw what Christopher Potter said about they can't hear the cars now?
I'll give you a little bit more.
Just a little bit. Sorry, there was an update with the SDK stuff and then our overlay software stuff, so we have to recalibrate everything. So we apologize.
Yep, unfortunately, it happens, man. I think we got it now. Potter, if you can let me know how it sounds to you, sir, I'm pretty sure we're on the mark.
Well,
so AJ, while we got this first caution, because we didn't get a chance to do it pre-race, let's quickly take a look at the points as they came in tonight, shall we? Give us something here. Let's see. And overall, there it is. So let's take a look as they come into the night, and you can see it's not there no more. Well, never mind on that. So I'm going to redo that. Good to know. So continue covering for me here, buddy.
Well, I'm trying.
Nothing.
They're gritting up, getting ready to go, pal.
And getting rid of rock and roll. We'll try to get to that on the next yellow. All right, here we go. Coming to green, side by side, AJ. Ready to rock and roll.
Everybody's saying that they can hear everything fine now. So here we go. Pace car, that Ford iRacing Mustang is going to hit pit road, and Zachary Taylor Hager is going to take the green flag and get away from.
Oh, big. Oh, shoot.
Oh, wow. We have a car upside down.
Holy crud.
5 of Colton Kingsley upside down. I know Marcy's going to want to see where Michael is, and he looks to make it through that with a little bit of nose damage.
That just went from bad to really bad. Wow. What, AJ, at least 5, 6, 7 cars involved?
Wow, more than that, maybe 8 or 9.
Just a spun tire went badly wrong and piled them up.
Well, caution laps will count this week. That was a mistake last week. For what we were told that there was some issue with an update last week.
And we're already 21 laps in, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding. Christopher Potter says it kind of looks like netcode, but honestly, from our end, it looks like a little bit of tire spin.
All right, let's see if I can magically get this to pull up, and I did. Look at that. All right, there is your championship points as they came into tonight, AJ. It was Brady Floyd on top of 146, Travis Lapanis 129, Smith was at 118, and Dean there, William George, Lee Krause. So you see some of these guys with no fast repairs and the big incident we just saw. How do you think that's going to affect them here tonight, buddy?
They're pretty much going to be out of contention with this race. It's only a 100-lap race, and if you have that much damage, if you're going to wait around for it to clear, you're not going to be competitive, and you're going to be multiple laps down. So a lot of times drivers will be like, all right, well, that's 20 minutes. All right, see you later next week.
And you can't blame them, right? I mean...
No, especially if you're caught up in it. Accidents happen. It's racing. Right. And it adds more to the real factor when it comes to not having fast repairs. You get caught up in it or you cause it. It happens. Wow. we had a really good first 18 laps and just a minor caution, and then an immediate on the restart have a absolute pile up.
So we're going to get ready to go here. And what do you guys think about the new webcam setup? I've been working all day trying to get this all sorted, and I've got it somewhat there. I need more lights, but there's nothing I can do about that at the moment.
I mean, I'm lit up pretty good, but that's because I have literally 3 lighting sources on me because I have this set up for my podcast stuff.
See, you're professional.
I have an issue when I do something. I do it to the best of my ability.
Yeah, that's pretty much what Kim's saying about this whole ordeal right now.
We are about to go green once again. That iRacing Ford Mustang is going to take that quick left-hand turn, and I'm going to look through the field to see if anything happens. Zachary Taylor Hager is going to get a really good jump, and so is the 20. Brady Floyd gets second place. Usually the third place driver kind of fits the spot.
Yeah, and we're already a quarter of the way through, AJ, here tonight at North Wilkesboro already. Can you believe that?
Well, we're already doing better than we did last week. Going to go back in the field to see if we have any battles. That looks like the 55 of William George getting stuck on the outside. There's a 22 of Quentin Deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice run by William George.
And for him, man, this battle around the racetrack, not much room around through here, but these guys, very impressive with what they're able to do right now. Taylor, Floyd, top 2 here at the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Speedway.
Dude, I'm enjoying this race pretty good, man.
Dude, this is a very good return to form for the Extreme Forces Racing League. I think last week was a very much an anomaly based on what we saw. The first 3 weeks, first 2 weeks, we didn't see a lot of cautions, and then Martinsville we see 23, and then now we're at North Wilkesboro. Could it have a lot to do with having no faster pairs? Absolutely. You don't want to wreck the car and be out of the race.
Right.
We have 2 cars a lap down right now. That's Colton Kingsley 4 laps down, and Brandon Richardson 12 laps down and counting. Right now, Matt, Zachary Hager is pulling away from Brady Floyd and Travis Lapenas.
Yeah, I would go as far to say, AJ, that the no faster pair is definitely the way to go. Oh, what would you do if you're one of these drivers right now, AJ?
Well, keep the car underneath you. These super late models, Matt, you and I have both raced them before. They can get out of hand very fast. You put too much throttle down, you'll end up looping it coming out of a turn or in the middle of a turn. Protect the tires. I think everybody gets 2 sets of tires. Right. So look for a caution. If a caution comes out after lap 50 or 60, people come down pit road and grab tires.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, like you pointed out, AJ, these things can get away from you in a hurry, and you can see some of the battle. And Matthew sets her up 2 spots. Michael J. Steele up 11 here so far tonight. 34, 100 in the books. Osman back there side by side. There's the real deal, Quentin Deal, AJ.
Everybody doing a really good job, and I just want to give a little shout out to Zachary Taylor Hager, our driver in first place right now. I had a very lengthy conversation with him after Martinsville last week, and it had to do with how these cars run to apparent how they run in real life. He runs super late models. That's actually his scheme that you see on his iRacing vehicle. That's what it looks like in real life for him. And for the most part, he says, I can do this in real life. I should be able to do this in iRacing. And to his credit, they are that close together where he's a second ahead of Brady Floyd. And we've seen how good Brady Floyd has been.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive, ain't it, buddy?
We have Jeremy Lapenas in our chat. Looks like he didn't make it into the race. I saw him join the session real fast. He might be actually in the session. He is. He's spotting for his brother, Travis Lapenas. and he says, "Go 16, go 36." The 36 is Dwayne Kerhagen.
And right now, we are in a little bit of a green flag run. TJ Allen, William George right there as well. With a bit of side-by-side battle. Who's that? Brandon Stefan there trying to, or Bradley, excuse me, trying to hold off Mr. TJ Allen, AJ.
Marcy, if you're looking for him, he is P9 up 11 positions. That is Michael J. Steele in that beautiful 5 car.
Yeah, that race car is absolutely freaking gorgeous, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, little damage on the front end, but I do not think... caution's out.
Caution's out.
Ooh, looking on the front stretch.
And let's take a look. Is it not going to show us? There we go. Side by side, the 48 to 91. Little bit of contact, no big deal. Locks it up, does a great job staying out of the wall. Well, AJ, what do you say? Now that we got another moment, right, to our lovely, lovely selves, let's go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll be back live with more coverage of Extreme Forces Super Late Model Series and coverage of action on pit road.
All right, let's do it.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hear the cars. Because I have the YouTube playing at the same time, just so
And we're back. Just like that, AJ Capola, man.
All right. Happy to...
Hi, everybody. Probably got all fuzzy there when I waited.
For everybody on this wonderful Tuesday, since we're back, I just want to say cheers to everybody for the Extreme Forces Racing Network. I have just a very tiny bit every night when it comes to racing because I enjoy it so much.
Here we go. Well, you know, AJ, we've been working on some graphics back, right?
Yes, we have.
And cameras and whatnot and all this stuff. So I reached out to our old pal, Mr. Steve Tucker. And he's gonna get the word time I message him. He's gonna be like, nope, not talking to this guy.
Well, I just want to give a little feedback on Steve Tucker. He is the owner of the Wheels America Cup Series, who run on Thursday nights where we used to broadcast. He's a great dude, and if you have any thought on getting a car painted or any graphic made, please contact him. He does a wonderful job.
Yes, he does. So, what I'm going to do is he's going to assist me in getting our camera overlay set up again.
Cool.
Where we actually look kind of professional in the top of the That's coming.
Nice.
But right now, it's going to be Floyd out front alongside of Zachary Taylor.
Christopher Potter, I will address that in just a little bit. We're about to go green here.
Go coming to green this time by. AJ, you're captain now. Green gonna be in the air, buddy.
Green flag in the air. Both leaders spin up there just a little bit. That's going to give the 89 Bradley Stefan a nice jump in Bradley Stefan. But right now it is 1-2. Zachary Taylor here and Brady Floyd. They're going to go single file for the top 5. I feel like an auctioneer talking about like this. You got to... 75-3, that's Matthew Setzer and Nick Gibson side by side. Let's see where they go from here. How do work them way out. That 75 has a lot of damage on that front end of that Pepsi machine. Christopher Potter asked, hey, AJ and Matt, next Tuesday, when you guys are broadcasting, I will be broadcasting. Matt will be going over with Noma. I will be then assuming the Extreme Forces Racing as my own.
It will be his own little show. Dude, I know you would do great having a close conversation.
Matt just turned down the cars just a little bit. I just had it playing and it toned you out completely. So just turn just a little bit for the cars.
You know what I think it is? I think it's his camera back.
Really?
Yeah.
Zachary Taylor is passing the 91 hitting pit road. That's Mike Rentz.
So, yeah, that's exactly what it is.
We are just past halfway, everybody. We've been going for about 20 minutes. Here is your top 5 of the race. Zachary Taylor Hager is P1. Brady Floyd, Travis Lepane is 2 and 3. Bradley Stefane and William George round out the top 5.
There we go. That's your top 5 on screen right now. After 52 and 100 laps complete. And a little bit of smoky dokey up there in the pack, buddy.
Just a little bit.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with smoke, right? As long as you're not
I love
drinking
Tony
things.
Stewart.
Well, that's not the, but yes, that's smoke.
Marcy, or anybody in the chat, if you hear anything wrong with the audio, please let us know. We want to put out the best broadcast for everybody.
Yes.
So thank you for letting us know.
As I continue to try to determine what in the galaxy is actually happening over here. A galaxy far, far away.
Now, we haven't done Star Wars yet in the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast.
They were out front. Can I do it? Can I do it now,
Extending
buddy?
that lead by a good tenth and a half a lap. Last lap, Brady Floyd did an 18.6. Zachary Hager did an 18.6 again.
Yeah, so they're hanging on. And of course, the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast, your source for all things nerdy, here as a great channel partner and their owner and operator, AJ Capola, and wonderful co-hosts that make that show possible each and every week. Go watch the newest episode that released. Oh, we got problems.
Mike Retz got really in front of Brady Floyd, really holding him up. He just stacked up 2, 3, and 4 in the racing order. Look for there to be a bigger gap this time by.
It's so tough, these little bull ring short.
Yeah, lost about a half a second there.
Yeah. Well, you get stacked up, AJ, and it's so hard to get unbound. Because here's the thing, you get on the brakes really hard like that, and it binds the front end up, and we got a caution. So as I was saying, it binds that front end up.
Ooh, car's upside down.
Ooh,
that's the 75 involved, the 99.
Oof. Oh, man.
Lee Krause is upside down.
Ooh.
And the 36. 36 of Dwayne Kerhagen.
He got launched like a missile.
All right. It looks like the 75 Mick Olofsson clips the apron, loses it almost off the apron, and Dwayne just finishes him out, comes back up the track, and gets yeeted big time by Dwayne Kerhagen.
Well, it's never good to get yeeted, AJ. That's never fun. You never want to get yeeted. I've been yeeted this week already at Daytona. It's not fun. So I will say this, buddy, as I'm going to disappear a moment. Very impressed with the racing this week.
Well, I just want to throw this out there. Everybody pretty much comes to pit road, but that 20 of Brady Floyd. Matt, what do you think? What do you think of that? Staying out on 60-lap old tires.
I would not do that, but if that's his prerogative, but I don't see it ending well. We have seen this happen multiple times, and I can't recall one time that it ended well. I mean, I'm just saying, I hate to put it that way, but stats are stats. That says it's not going to go good.
Christopher Potter. One of my favorite lines in any racing movie. Good God Almighty! Yep, we're flying through the air. This ain't good.
Or good God Almighty, he's broken in half. Never mind, that's the wrong sport. Never mind.
No, I was talking about
I was going good old JR there, but
Talladega Nights.
yeah, I had to get.
Michael Steele, because we do have the Michael Steele fan base in the chat tonight. He is currently sitting in
He's 6. 14 spot.
Eighth.
Oh.
He's in 8th. It hasn't fixed yet.
Gotcha. There he is. So, again, AJ, I appreciate you coming on board with the channel partnership. It does mean a lot, buddy, as always.
Dude, I love broadcasting, and anytime I can get to plug my nerd podcast, you let me plug them. And I hope people actually out there that watch Extreme Sim TV and these races go check us out, because we're just a bunch of friends that like talking about nerdy stuff, whether it's Star Wars, DC, Marvel, Disney. We talk about a lot of Disney, and now we're talking about Lord of the Rings. So if you like any of that stuff, check us out, as we're about to go green.
We're about to release the thunder once again, AJ. Here we go. Phil coming to green. 63 and 100 complete. Green flag back in the air, AJ. Great restart.
Great restart by Brady Floyd. Really nice launch. He's got William George right behind him. Matthew Setzer on the outside with a nice run. Going to take that 3rd position.
Bristol, Virginia native.
See if he can get it away from TJ Elaine. First driver on fresh tires. That is Zachary Taylor Hager sitting in P6 right now.
So as he runs P3, does Matthew Setzer?
We're 3 wide.
We
were almost 3 wide.
Oh, that was so close. He'll go up high on the racetrack. He'll try to hold on that spot. Nearly got a piece of that outside wall.
We've seen it happen a couple times. Remember, there's no safer barrier here. It's not a light hit. It's a very hard hit. I've seen multiple times where cars get stuck in that wall.
No, I gotta say this, side by side, great battling, but look at them stacking up behind them like a bunch of pizzeria boxes.
Yeah, there goes Hager to the inside of Setzer. Marcy, we talk about pretty much the movie, theories, what we liked about it, things we would have done differently.
Big trouble.
Can he save it? Can he save it? He's going to get into the wall,
Well,
but he'll keep it straight. Matthew Setzer kills the outside wall, keeps her going.
It was Travis Lapinus that got him in the left rear that sent him off the racetrack. Did a great job to try to gather it up. And yeah, Marcy, they talk all things nerdy, and it's very interesting. And the best part is when AJ's wife and her best friend just completely rag on AJ and bust him.
Yeah, it becomes a roast of AJ.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. But no, we break down the movies. We talk about our favorite fights, favorite moments, things we would have done differently. It's interesting. It's a bunch of friends just bullshitting.
We'll follow up front.
Brady Floyd, that 20 is about 3/10 ahead of William George. But here comes Zachary Taylor Hager on those fresher tires. If he gets by this 20, he's probably going to very much pull away.
Yeah, he is, but we got some great racing. I mean, he is there. He is on that top side, AJ, trying to push the issue. Can't do it. He'll fall back in line.
Now, what would you do, Matt? You have the faster tires. Are you going to bump him, get into him, or are you just going to try to run his tires out?
Do exactly what he's doing right here. He's going to go in high and try. Well, he's going to try the top here, but you try to diamond the corner off, get underneath of him. But
he's there on the outside.
He may have enough Goodyear Eagle to get around him on the top, AJ.
I thought these were Hoosiers.
Oh yeah, these are Hoosiers.
Oh, in the wall.
Oh,
Zachary's
no.
in the wall.
Yep, if it had been a Goodyear, that wouldn't have happened. Boyd up front right now, trying to hold off a charging of Zachary Taylor and William George. Great side-by-side battle for third now. Zachary Taylor going to take up, but everybody, he's going to be out of shape. Now we're going to have another one there in the mix. There's George. Nearly contact, a little bumping and banging. 8 tires better than 4, AJ.
Per request, Michael Steele is sitting P9 on the racetrack, about 3 seconds back.
We're going to have to get us a Michael Steele cam.
Yeah, no kidding. But she's currently making meatloaf. Oh, meatloaf.
Oh, I want some.
But I won't do that.
With these 5 to go at round number 4 at North Wilkesboro. The final round for me before I hand it off to AJ Capola and his solo experience.
Well, I might have some special guests in the booth with me for those races. That being the league owner. Looking for his name so I don't. Deal Quali.
Yep.
Probably said it wrong. I apologize. Do not shoot the guy that sucks at pronouncing names.
Yeah, it won't hurt you too bad. You ought to get your wife in there and let her call one with you.
No. She would just be asking for Rex. And only Rex. Zachary Hager back to the outside of the 20. Last time he did this, he got into the outside of wall turn 2. He is even with Floyd. Going to have the advantage in 3 and 4.
Can he hold on there, AJ? Can he make it happen?
Oh, he did.
He did. And now that machine will start to pull away. No way in the world that car does not pull away now, AJ.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Brady Floyd has taken tires whatsoever. Matt, bring up the tire logos. Or the tire wear. Because I think William George hasn't taken tires either.
There we go. Yeah, you were exactly dead on, buddy.
I think Hager has taken tires. Floyd, George, and Stefan have not. Lapenis, I'm pretty sure, went in with Hager. Am I spot on with that? It hasn't showed up on the YouTube yet.
It should be there for you, buddy. It's Stefan is there. And then he's got 22 on his, and Taylor's got 22. Lapenis has got 22, and Dunford. That's the only cars on pressure tires.
Yep. See, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing really good, buddy, as always.
We're almost 15 laps to go in this race.
Holy crap, where'd this race go?
No kidding. After last week, we have like an hour and a half show. We might not even break 45 minutes here. Not even 40 minutes.
I'll be getting in bed sooner than I thought. But right now, Zachary Taylor. And AJ, again, man, these guys putting on a great show for us here tonight. And 15 to go. What's your thoughts here as you got another battle? Do you think we'll see a late race yellow to change things up?
Well, if anything we normally see in real life or in iRacing, there is always a caution with about 5 to go. I'm knocking on my wood.
Oh, caution. Oh, there it is. Good
As
job,
you can
AJ.
see me right now.
Good job, AJ. Good job. You jinxed them. That's what I wanted. Oh, caution's out.
Well, does Brady Floyd come back down and get tires now, being only 14 laps to go?
And does the drivers kill AJ for cursing the yellow? Find out next week on this episode of Let's Get the AJ. Oh, I got another one for you, AJ.
Uh-oh.
So we're 14 to go here. But the cat, Chloe, in the spirit of Nerds Doing Nerds Things, is going to start the Cats Doing Cats Things podcast. And she wants you to be her first guest.
Oh, God. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow,
Everybody
meow,
in
meow.
the chat, everybody watching, I can't thank you guys enough for sticking with us on the Extreme Sim TV and the Extreme Forces Racing League. It has been a very fun and eventful night. If you guys can, hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, I mean, and AJ, you know this, but there is so much that man, it means a lot to do these shows, right? And sometimes it doesn't go the way we want it, but we somehow pull it all together. And we got to give Kilmy a big shout out tonight because she's a big reason why this show got off the air, got going here. Kind of bailed me out of an unforeseen situation. And I was like, roll.
I've had cats all my life until I moved in. Not moved in. I met my wife, and after that, I have now a 5-year-old Chiweenie Terrier dog. His name is Dexter. If you ever find me on Facebook, you'll see his beautiful posing face.
Well, his beautiful posing face, as we, I think my little girl's more beautiful, but that's just me. We can do kitty cat battles.
Well, I don't have cats anymore, unfortunately.
Aww.
Which is good, because once I got rid of my cats, I realized why my allergies stopped.
Cats?
Well, I didn't get rid of my cats. I was kind of forced to get rid of my cats, but I don't like talking about that.
Man, at least you don't have to deal with allergies. That's the bright side.
This is true. I don't have to nearly buy as much Claritin. But it did look like... Where is he? Brady Floyd did go down intake tires. He's going to sit P9 with less than 10 laps to go.
Well, buddy, we're getting ready to get after
Christopher Potter says he will be here next week. It will be a cool birthday gift to watch an online race. I will make sure to do something for your birthday on stream, so you better be watching.
Here we go, coming to green.
And we are green. It looks like that 89 Brady Stefane spins his tires just a little bit and then regroups. Going to take the outside, kind of chop the nose off of Travis Lapenas.
Zachary Taylor right there as well. Look at Zachary Taylor up there getting her done. Just like you would expect that Travis Lapenas 3 wide deep in the pack. This is going to turn out bad, and there goes Setzer. He told you it was going to turn out bad. I was right for once, AJ.
Well, we're still green.
I don't know how they managed to save it, but they did. Meanwhile, up front, look at Taylor trying to hang on, AJ. If you're Zachary Taylor, you do not want to...
There's the caution.
Never mind. I was getting ready to say you don't want to see a yellow and what happens. Oh. Oof. Not good, Cap. Couple of cars around involved in that. William George there, the 36 involved. You gotta feel bad there for some of these drivers that just got caught up in that, AJ. But we're gonna get ready to do it all over again, pal. So what are you gonna do now if you're one of these guys, AJ?
Well, if I'm Zachary Hager, I'm doing what he's done all night and be good on restarts.
Correct.
But on that last caution, not this one, the one that just passed, Brady Floyd came down, took tires, but he's still sitting P9. He didn't gain any ground.
Right.
And he's on fresher tires.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man, getting these situations late in the going. You got to figure out what you need to do, and you got to do it quick. I think that's the hardest part for these drivers, AJ. It's like you said, you don't have time to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what we gonna be into tomorrow night, buddy?
Well, let's talk about how good of racing the Colonial Clash Racing Series was last week. And
Yes.
man, I have not seen that good of a plate race ever in my life whatsoever.
And they're going to be back with us this week. So that'll be a
Look
ton of fun.
at their series schedule. They are at Michigan tomorrow night, 65 laps at Michigan.
So that'll be good at the Michigan International Raceway. And then, of course, Thursday evening, Thursday, AMA super late models come to town, buddy.
That'll be interesting. The AMA guys, and for the AMA guys, if you guys know anybody who is interested in running either modified tour or super late models, get in contact with myself or Matt, and we can hook you up with a league on Thursday nights. They are looking for drivers. Tyler Hilton is a very good dude, and he runs a really good league. We're just needing drivers for that.
Yes, sir. But we're going to go stack them, rack them, get them ready to rack. I think that made sense here with 3 laps to go, bud.
Well, here we go. Can Zachary Hager get another good restart, or right behind him, Travis Lapine is going to try to push the issue along with Brady Stefane on his outside P2.
Here we go. Green in the air. 3 to go.
Hager spins the tires a little bit. That's going to allow Brady Stefane to be his outside. He's going to have a nice run coming out of turn 2. Can he hold the P1 position? Going to get all the way to the wall. Going to try to diamond the turn here. They are side by side. Brady Stefane going to go probably third lane.
He overdrove it, AJ. 1 to go. Wrecking behind him. We did get the white, though. AJ's got one more shot at it. Can Stefane get to the back bumper in 3 and 4? Nope, too far back. And out of turn number 4, AJ Capola, it is going to be out of shape, but Zachary Taylor takes round number 4 at North Wilkesboro, and there we go. They're done. Every car on the track's over. Well, they made it to the start-finish line. That's all it counts, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, buddy, it was Zachary Taylor going to victory lane this go around. And we'll get them down here and get ready for interviews. Take one more look at what the championship did look like. And you see down that list, Zachary Taylor, long way down there. Big night for him getting the win.
Marcy, why is it that I can follow you on Facebook but not add you as a friend?
Probably her privacy settings.
Okay. Well, I just followed your Facebook because you wanted to be Facebook friends. So, but let's go and see about doing some interviews tonight, Matt.
Let's do it, Cap.
We can't pull anybody, so we got to go down to the waiting room with our second place driver, Matt. I'll let you go first so you can start the interview. That's Brady Stefane.
Alrighty, Brady Stefane, you got a copy?
Brad Stefan? Yep, I'm here.
All right, man. Great run coming into P2 here tonight. You just about got to the back bumper of Mr. Zachary Taylor. Just you needed a couple more laps there, bud.
Yeah, it was a good race overall. I was just trying to be, smooth and consistent. Just be patient. That's what I try to do every race, and somewhat paid off for me tonight. I'm super happy with a second. Yeah, could have used a couple more laps, but I'm happy. So.
Well, yeah, dude, you did everything you could do, and if you could do it over when you went into 3 and 4 there with 2 to go, I think it was. You kind of cooked 3 just a little bit too hard.
Yeah, just a little bit, and that's what did it. And I didn't want to push myself too hard and wreck myself for getting into them, so just stayed my course, stayed my line.
There we go. Hey, well, AJ, I'll let you. You got any questions for him, buddy?
Dude, coming down to the stretch, you did kind of cook it a little bit, but what was your mentality of trying to get to the back of Zachary Taylor Hager for that top spot? Like, you were closing in on him, but what are your thoughts of, is there anything you could have done differently, would have tried differently? Just run us what went through your head and what you might do now.
Well, for the whole race, I mean, my car, I know last week I had it set up for a short run, kind of set up for a longer run, knowing we're going to a bigger track in a way. But I, I'm having a little trouble in these cars. I didn't want to push it too much, like I said. But that last lap there, I could have. It's just hard to say, man. I'm just happy with tonight. I'm kind of speechless in a way. Be up here.
Well, man, you did a great job. And like you said, if you had a couple more laps, you could have got there, buddy. Any sponsors, anybody you'd like to thank?
I just want to thank you guys in the booth. You're doing a great job, and don't really have any sponsors right now. Just trying to do the best I can.
So there you have it. AJ, what a great battle and a great job he did trying to get there. Just run out of time, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with that. Why don't we talk to our P3 finisher before we get to our winner here tonight? Let's talk to Dylan Dunford. Matt, take it away, pal.
All right, Dylan Dunford, P3 here tonight, man. Congratulations on a top 3 finish, buddy.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. That was fun.
What did you think about the track here tonight with these cars? I know North Wilkesboro, older surface on these things, a lot of power. How much trouble did you have getting the power down there?
I don't think it was too bad. I mean, we've definitely raced worse when it comes to putting power down, but yeah, I think these cars and this track pair up pretty good, so I enjoyed it.
Well, man, I tell you what, y'all did a great job as a league as a whole, and you're building momentum yourself here. Top 3 here tonight. Going forward, do you think you can continue that momentum building?
Yeah, I hope so. I had internet issues last week, so I didn't even get to race last week. So got some catching up to do, but just try to be consistent. See what I can't do.
Yes, sir. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah.
Well, AJ, you got anything from Mr. Dunford here?
No, you started P8 and ended up P3. A pretty good race overall. I'm looking for next week's schedule, and looks like you guys are at South Boston. Can you think about moving any of the momentum you might have gotten tonight over to South Boston? How do you run over there if you've practiced any bit?
I haven't really ran that car on South Boston. I love the track, but I'm usually street stocks or something like that. But I think they'll race pretty similar. Obviously, a lot smaller track, slower speeds, but I think it'll be fun. I think you'll see some of the same things you saw tonight. I mean, you're definitely gonna probably have to use the bumper there, so we'll just have to see what it's gonna take.
Yeah, that's
Right,
going to be. I didn't mean to interrupt you there, AJ, but that's going to be interesting. With the fast repair rule now, I think that changes the way you guys approach that, quite honestly.
No, you would think. I think if you go back, and rewatch this race, I don't think that some of these guys really cared. So I mean that's fine. Like I said, I mean I race people how they want to be raced. So, but like I said, you would think that they would calm them down, but I really didn't notice it. So.
Well, AJ, that's an interesting take. That if we end up like when you're here next week, they end up roughing it up too much. You can very easily take yourself out early.
Yeah. Well, he said it pretty much perfectly. A lot of drivers will race you like you race them, and if you rough them, if they rough you up, you're gonna not bother and pay the favor right back. I've seen it happen many times. I've been put into the wall, and then I can feel my face boil up, and all right, well, here's the next wall. There you go. But it doesn't matter if there's a fast repair or not. People are still gonna do it.
Yep.
This is true. This is very much true. Well, AJ, man, it was great talking to you, Dylan. But how do you feel about AJ? Me and you get ready to do a little bit of extended post race coverage since we
Well,
got done
we
so
got
early.
one more driver to talk to, and that is our race winner out of the Revline Racing stable and probably another racing stable in his real life that he actually runs that car. That is the Zachary Taylor driving the 14. Zach, holy cow, dude. Really fast all night, and once you put on those fresh tires, it was kind of a battle to see how fast you would get towards the front.
Yeah, definitely. Rocket ship car felt great. I didn't get any practice before this week. It's just I've been super busy, and I didn't have any practice going into tonight. So my first lap was in qualifying, and I was surprised with the amount of grip on corner X. In my first lap, I think my first lap was slower in qualifying by like half a second than my second lap because I said, okay, well, it's North Wilkesboro, so it's not going to have any grip. And the first lap, I went out and I was horrible. Then second lap, I said, okay, I got a bunch of grip, so I drove it in hard and found a line that worked and just ran it all night. And somehow, some way, it was a miracle. It turned out to be freaking amazingly fast.
Well, man,
So-
you did a great job. You come under fire there at the end. Was you getting worried there with the late race yellow and everything that happened?
Yeah, that last restart, whenever he was still beside me going or coming out of two, I said, okay, I'm in trouble here. Because 3 and 4, I'm sure you all can notice it, but in 3 and 4, my whole corner relied on not having somebody to my outside. That's the reason I went to the outside of Brady, was because I had a certain pitch I liked off the corner. That way I could get into one better than everybody else. And if he was on my outside, then I wouldn't have been able to run that through my line through 3 and 4, and I was like a lost puppy. So if he would have stayed to my outside the whole way on the exit of 4, then I would have been in trouble and probably would not have won. The 16 car was super fast. Super, super fast. And Brady, whenever that last caution came out, and I knew Brady had a chance to take 4 tires, I said, okay, so we're going to give the guy that, has won every race this season, we're going to give him a chance on fresh tires here and see what he can do. So whenever all that kind of started happening, I said, okay, I'm probably not going to win this. So just fortunate that it turned out the way it did, and looking forward to next week at South Boston.
I do agree with you, man. It was a heck of a race. Now on to South Boston, probably one of my favorite racetracks to run these cars.
Yeah, South Boston's an amazing track to run a super late at. I've watched a bunch and a bunch and a bunch of laps there in real life, and a bunch more, and possibly may have an actual real life test in a super late model South Boston here in the fall. So, saying that all the stars align, hopefully South Boston I can make it 2 in a row.
Well, it'd be really cool if you could get there 2 in a row, like you talked about, especially if you end up in a situation where you're going to be testing there in real life, buddy.
Yeah, from my understanding, that's a track that's set for my test in the fall in the real life super. So, as long as that works out, then, hopefully South Boston I can actually show why I'm getting a test.
So what you're going to do when you go to that test is you're going to go out there, you're going to set a new track record, and you're just going to impress everybody.
Yeah, all right. That's the hope. That'd be the Days of Thunder, or the old dinosaur car from the All-Star race or whatever year that was, 80, 98, 97.
Oh, the T-Rex car?
Yeah, the T-Rex car, where they built that car over the course of like 3 years and went out and Gordon ran a second faster, and they thought it was a second slower, and they looked
Right.
again and it was a second faster.
All right, Zach, I know before we close it out, you got to hit a bunch of sponsors. Go for it, pal.
Absolutely. Okay, so obviously Revline Racing, got to thank those guys. Overton Speed Shop, got to thank those guys. Lee helped or was talking me through my line before qualifying started, so he helped me out a little bit. All the guys over at LSR TV, if you sort of not really. Dollywood, they've done an amazing job with me so far. You guys over here at Extreme Sim, y'all are doing an amazing job as well. All the league admins, all those guys, Obviously the real life race team. I can't name all our sponsors because we got way too freaking many of them. But all the guys there, thank you for everything y'all do, and obviously AJ over there with NDNT and the amazing podcast he gives us every week, and a chance to sit down and laugh a little bit. So all you guys, thanks, and we'll see you on South Boston.
Yeah, format. I have a bad problem of listening to NDNT at like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely, yeah. I've came down with that sickness a couple times here recently.
I appreciate it, guys. You're making me blush a little bit.
Oh, we made AJ blush.
Aww. All right, guys. I'll see y'all in South Boston. Don't party too hard on the way out of the racetrack tonight.
Oh man,
We won't get too
what
drunk.
am I supposed to do with this 30-pack of beer then?
I mean, I heard my hauler's got the door wide open right now.
All right, be right there.
All right, I'll see y'all.
We'll have security
See you
come
later.
over here and watch over the camera equipment.
Yeah, absolutely do that. We don't want nothing happening to the camera equipment.
That would be bad.
That'd be horrible. All right, y'all have a good week.
All right, Matt. You talked about an extended post race. Where do you want to go from here, Matt?
Well, if you want, we can hop back over to the booth and we'll get ready to do some talky. Well, we can sit here because everybody's gone. But man, what a night it was, AJ.
Yeah, after what happened at Martinsville last week, I don't know if people can see me. What happened at Martinsville with the 23 cautions, there were a couple instances of good racing. This is what this league needed. This is what we've been talking about with the Extreme Forces Racing League.
We knew it. We knew it was here. We knew it was here.
We've seen it. I think Martinsville might have just been a little bit of a tougher track with getting on the gas coming out of 2 and 4, as we saw watching practice last week. But wow, this was awesome.
Well,
this was racing.
I agree, and I kind of feel like sometimes me and you, right? We'll call a spade here. Sometimes we're rougher on some leagues than others. And the reason why we do that is when we know what we see, right? We know for 100% fact what we can get.
Yeah.
And then we start bouncing up and down and doing the hokey pokey and saying, okay, we know what's here and what can we do to help facilitate what we know it can do. And we've seen this before, as far as us in the booth. We've seen it before, even back in NASCAR days. I'm gonna bring you up here. We knew what they could do, and they proved it. Right? In my opinion, they did prove it. It just took them a bit to get there, but boy, oh boy, in no short order did this league already pick up the pace here tonight. I would agree. It was definitely a lot of fun, and if you don't know it, you're center focus right now, man. And now I get the opportunity to hand this league off to you after this week going into round 5. So now, Mr. Lead broadcaster, what are you expecting out of South Boston a week from now? Yeah. Yeah, and I think for us, AJ, and I think this is the part that we kind of talk about week to week. is, it's fun to see these leagues progress the way they do, right? They tend to really progress really well. And I think that's the biggest improvement I think I've seen here tonight. We love the league, and it's getting better as it goes. Yeah, yeah, without a doubt, and that's what we want to see, right? As I'm working on getting over to the stream because I'm me, but I agree with you, and that's what makes me happy. You're getting to take this one over, and I'm very, very how do I put this? Interested and curious to see how the rest of this season's going to go. Obviously, I'll be over doing the Noma and the Next Level Racing Cup Series over there, but when I wrap up over there, I will definitely be going back to try to see what took place here in these, as always. So, AJ, any finishing up thoughts that you have? And four, man, well, I officially hand the baton off to one AJ Capola here, and he is going to take us through the remainder of the season. To Extreme Forces, I want to personally say thank you. It's been a lot of fun on my behalf, but it is now time for me to go to Next Level Rand and go cover some cup racing on Tuesdays. AJ, looking forward to seeing you cover this one next week, man. All right. So, for the final time this season, at least for me, I will see y'all in the next one, and you guys look forward to catching AJ live next Tuesday night, 9:20 Eastern. He goes live. I'll be going live at about 9 o'clock, so we'll have 2 streams up. Just look for your favorite league, or better yet, bring up 2 internet browsers and watch both of us. I'm not that I'm greedy, but have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next time. See you, everybody. All right, buddy.